Welcome back to today's show. I'm Patrick.
And I'm your lovable idiot. You know who I am, I think, I hope.
Welcome to episode 2 of
whatever this is.
hatingmovies.com. So I think today we're going to talk about superhero movies, more specifically the Avengers series, right?
I guess so.
All 3 movies. There's 3.
Well,
there's
2 and a half.
Captain America's a fucking Avengers movie.
Well, Captain America Civil War, also known as Avengers 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, it has every Avenger and then some, with the exception of Thor and the Hulk. But the movie doesn't really feel any different without them, to me anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Just because they cram in so many fucking characters that it's so hard to keep track and care about all of them, so when they switch around a couple, it's kind of just like, oh, whatever.
I feel like the Hulk is just such an underused character throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo is literally in 2 movies.
He's such a good actor.
Honestly, yeah, he is.
And then they just say, fuck it, let's show more robots getting the shit kicked out of them by Thor.
Yeah. And I mean, Chris Hemsworth seems like a cool guy and everything, but seriously, he's just too fucking perfect. I'm tired of seeing him on camera.
Have you seen the Thor movies? Before me and you and our group of friends saw Age of Ultron, I watched Thor 2 because I thought...
Never needed to.
I thought you... See, that's the problem I have with it. I watched it because I thought I should see it in order to understand what happens in Age of Ultron. Except I did. And then I still didn't understand why they were fighting Hydra because I don't watch their shitty TV show.
Yeah.
Which is basically a big middle finger to anyone that just wants to watch a good standalone movie.
But didn't they introduce Hydra in Winter Soldier? They did.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that movie.
I saw it, but I still have no idea why they were there. That specific reason why they were at that specific location.
It's a very good point.
It's never explained. And then they just jump into it like the general movie-going audience is going to give enough of a shit about all these Marvel characters.
And I really don't care about any of them anymore.
I really don't. It's so because they keep putting in new ones. I knew Quicksilver was going to die. Quicksilver was wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, what they should have done is they should have taken the one from X-Men Days of Futures Past and then put him in. I know.
Well, they can't do that.
I know, but I know made him the same character basically. I know a lot of people will complain, but I would prefer that over the brooding asshole that the Age of Ultron Quicksilver was. He had a shitty Russian accent. The guy's not a good actor. He
is a terrible actor. I'm sorry to say.
He ruined Godzilla. I really like Godzilla. I liked it, but they traded in Bryan Cranston, who I genuinely think is one of the best actors of modern day film. And then put him as the main character.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's so funny now, too, with that movie, which was decent. I can't complain about that Godzilla movie, but I love how Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, the actors who play them, Aaron Taylor Johnson,
weren't they fucking brother and
Olsen,
sister?
Were married. And Godzilla, which was really weird.
That's right. Kind of like how
seeing them on screen together in Avengers 2.
In The Fault in Our Stars, those 2 actors, Shailene Woodley and that guy.
Okay.
Cancer Face.
Wow. Okay. Just let's offend everybody.
I think in the movies they co-starred in another movie before that, and they were brother and sister. I think. Also, I hated that movie.
It's kind of like how that guy from what's that movie with the vampires? Fright Night. How that one guy...
I was thinking Twilight.
And I'm sorry, that Twilight really just raped the entire horror genre. But that one guy from Fright Night now does aggressive gay porn.
Does he really?
I don't understand how that was relevant or anything, but that just reminded me of that for some reason.
Christ.
I don't know. But yeah, something like that.
If you can't make it in Hollywood, you can make it in the other part of Hollywood.
The underground part of Hollywood.
Man, I really wish I was a better actor. Well, time to take it in the ass.
Oh man,
Jesus Christ! But
it's the best way to make money these days.
See, I really want to like all of these superhero movies. I really do, but I can't. And I know that it's not just me being a cynical dick, because the last movie I saw, aside from fucking Tusk, and no one liked that. Very few people actually like that. Was Anomalisa.
Oh yeah.
Which we both work in a movie theater, as I'm sure we've said 1,000 fucking times.
And you just need to keep repeating it.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
lot of the people that saw it in our theater came out and said that it was really either depressing or boring or stupid. And then I saw it, and I genuinely think it might be one of the best movies that I have personally ever seen. You know, granted, I haven't seen every movie there is because ain't no one got time for that.
And I'm the almighty enlightened one, and you should listen to every opinion I have.
Yeah,
but then
a lot of people talk about movies, but not much has been said. So shut up and listen to me.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean,
so like, I do like movies. I like film as an art. I really do. But then I see Captain America 3, Civil War, Avengers part 2.5, and it's just predictable and boring. And there's no subtlety. It's just, oh, these two guys are fighting. Watch them punch each other.
Yeah.
And then every scene that Hawkeye's in, it just emphasizes how fucking stupid he is as a superhero. Like, I like him as a character. As like a character, he's good. He has some depth. He's interesting. But then he's constantly just joking about how the fact that he has a bow and arrow is weird. And that doesn't make me forgive it for sticking out.
Yeah, it's not funny either, honestly. I just hate, like, the poorly constructed humor that they just throw into the movies just for the sake of keeping the audience interested and stuff. And I'm not saying they're bad movies by any means. I'm just saying they're so overrated. It's not even funny. Like, literally, people are giving them 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, like every single one of them, too. And they're acting like they're masterpieces, and they are far from it.
I mean, like, did I have fun while watching it? Yeah. But then, like, when I sat down and watched all these movies twice. I didn't pay for it. I fucking watched it illegally over the internet. Because I'm not going to give not going to give Marvel 30 of my dollars.
You just admit that over the internet, okay.
Fucking but whatever.
Anyways, yeah.
This podcast is free, so there's that.
You can torrent it if you want.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. You can get this off LimeWire. Give your computer AIDS.
Watch it on YouTube for free.
That's...
You know, I actually heard that if you try to download something onto your computer and try to put it on like a hard drive or something, if you put a condom in between the hard drive,
it stops you from getting viruses.
Exactly. Well, 99.9% effective. I mean, there's always the chance that you could.
If you crush up birth control pills and slide it into your computer's fan, it's actually going to prevent it from getting pregnant.
I mean, they don't call it a motherboard for no reason. Oh man,
that's good. But I saw. Usually when I see a movie, I see it twice. My personal favorite movie of all time is Birdman. Oh, that's a good fucking movie.
Okay. Let's just keep going.
Did you even see it?
Didn't need to.
It was fucking great.
Walked in for 5 minutes and all I saw was a bird cursing at me in front of a screen, and I was like, I didn't ask for this. Pay to get cussed at?
Yeah. What are you?
Okay, I didn't pay, but whatever.
You saw it for free.
I don't know, but yeah, I could firmly say that I think my favorite movie of all time would be a tie. And it would be so amazing if they made a crossover between 50 Shades of Grey and the Twilight series.
You know, I think mine might be Norm of the North and Minions. Those are the two best movies ever made. Martin Scorsese could have really learned a thing or two from the director of Minions.
I'm sure he could, with all that gangster drama and all that inaudible talking from yellow Twinkies.
You know, Taxi Driver was all right, but Minions really, really reflected problems that are in our society while still having delightful humor.
Okay, just to tag on the end of all that bullshit that's spewing out of your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Martin Scorsese, I think, is one of the most overrated directors I've ever seen in my life.
I think he's a good director.
I think he's quite overrated.
To each throne, I guess. But
I mean, I haven't seen most of his better ones, like Raging Bull or anything, but Taxi Driver was straight up one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen.
I love Taxi Driver.
I mean, I guess it's supposed to be weird, but
yeah,
it was like I'm trying to impress this woman. Let me go take her to some porno theater and just complain the entire time.
Hey,
it was mad weird.
Some people like that, but
no one likes.
Oh, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, how I've seen all these movies twice. Yeah. So the first time I saw, like Civil War, I saw it with a friend, and I just wanted to like watch it as like a movie, and then and then I watched it a second time and I analyzed it as like a film, like. And I can't enjoy it because it's so predictable, and there's no consequences. Fucking what's his face, War Machine, Black Iron Man, Silver Iron Man falls out of the sky, and then all he needs is a day of physical therapy, and then he's fine.
What I don't like is how apparently he's paralyzed, or at least needs
but then he walked again.
Physical rehabilitation. But then when you see him, he's bleeding out of his nose, out of his face, which makes it seem like either he had some sort of torso internal damage.
He got punched in the face by the ground.
Or and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, but like...
I got a nosebleed just from walking in brisk and humid air, and he's getting a nosebleed from falling thousands of feet at terminal velocity.
This was over a 2-hour movie, and at the end, Iron Man and Captain America are kind of just like, I don't really like you that much anymore.
We were never really friends to begin with.
No one fucking dies. There's no consequence.
I know.
There's no consequence.
There really isn't.
And the whole consequences of Age of Ultron, it's really just thrown in there to give the movie a plot, because in Age of Ultron, there's no consequence to, the millions of dollars in damages that happen in the first Avengers. Mm-hmm. No one ever brings that up. And there's just so many fucking characters that I can't keep track of them. And then why is Vision wearing regular clothes? It just looks so weird.
Oh my god, I could go on for days about that.
It just looks so fucking weird.
But now that you mention it too, the whole thing with the damage done in the first Avengers was done on American soil. It was New York City, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
I don't care if it was aliens.
The fact of the matter is, wouldn't the U.S. government care a lot more about that than some country that doesn't even exist? Well, it doesn't exist, right? So I don't understand what the problem is here. Why this is addressed after Avengers 2 as opposed to being after Avengers 1, which I'm assuming caused quite a bit. Well, actually, they probably caused just about the same amount of damage, if not more in the Avengers 2, but still.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't the United States government care more about damage done on American soil as opposed to foreign soil, which doesn't really make sense to me at all, but whatever.
Yeah, but and then none of these movies are fucking self-contained. They barely have a plot arc. They're all half a plot arc.
Yeah.
Because they're meant to be a commercial for another movie.
Literally, every single movie is just a teaser for another movie that's going to be coming down the line.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired.
Have you noticed how the first 2 acts... they have a relatively good pacing for, a comic book movie. Mm-hmm. And then the very end, come Act 3, they have no idea what to do. In Age of Ultron, they have no idea what to do. So they just have everyone beat the shit out of a bunch of fucking robots for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then they kill Ultron 3 times, and he just comes back.
Technically, he's not even dead anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still there, technically.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Thor and Hulk existed until... I started thinking about what we should talk about in this video. I totally forgot they were supposed to be doing something.
Exactly. First of all, what the fuck happened to Thor? No, they don't explain it whatsoever.
There's some sort of scene of him flying off during Age of Ultron to go do a thing. Probably getting more blonde hair dye or something.
Honestly, yeah.
But I didn't care. And the movie doesn't feel empty without them. One of my favorite movies is Pulp Fiction. If you take Vincent Vega out of the equation, you don't even have half a movie, because him and Jules are the best parts of the movie. But then you take Thor and Hulk out of the movie, and because you have so many other fucking characters, it doesn't affect anything. I did like Ant-Man though. He was really funny.
He was funny.
He wasn't really useful. Also, his powers are stupid.
Yeah.
And if the technology is only shrinking, why does it make him bigger? Just saying. And wouldn't be bigger be better?
Well,
But I
hope not, because I'm not the most well-endowed person. But what? We'll leave that for another day.
Would you rather have a nipple-sized penis or penis-sized nipples?
And I guess we'll leave it at that. But
this is why I can't enjoy any of these movies, because my dick is the size of nipples.
Well, now that we have come to a conclusion,
it's actually just because all of these movies feel like a commercial for another movie, and they don't have any sort of depth. They're very one-dimensional.
Well, but that's just our opinion, so who cares?
No.